So let's get back. And, I got another question for you. In an interview with BoxingNewsOnline.net, you spoke about having the value of a teacher like Stewart and not just a regular trainer. Explain to me and the supporters the value of having a teacher.
The value in having a teacher is to the point where give a kid a book and he have a book. He may be at a proper table, but he just got a book. And you don't know what he can come up with the book. But if you invite him in the classroom, you could teach him how to read. And that value would take him all over the world. So that's the difference in the magnitude of between a teacher and just a regular boxing coach. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can hand you something, but it's very selective few that know how to teach. And when you teach, I say it all the time. Anybody who he taught, they could have been a professor, or they could have been a kindergarten. They all learned the same because the way he broke it down in front of, depending on what audience he was in front of, he was a true teacher, and that was the legacy that he left behind, and that's something that I'm grateful that I was able to learn from.
So Emanuel Steward passed October 25th, 2012. Have you implemented any of his training techniques with your fighters?
Well, given the fact that I've never trained until he slated me to do so, everything I remember him doing is what I do. A lot of trainers that was around him, they was training before they met him, and most of them that's how they met him. But I wasn't training nobody, so everything I get is from Emanuel Steward. Everything I decide to do or think about, or things I think about, I go back to the drawing board with what he would do and the things that he would teach me and things that he would say, and I take it from there.
Absolutely love that. So I know Marie Stewart reopened Kronk Gym on Meadow in 2015, and you are a part of the grand opening with Thomas the Hitman Hearns and Milton McCory. What do you feel about the new location?
That location was something that was necessary to have because over there in Chicago and Metatol, wasn't a good area. It wasn't the best area, but it was something that was needed for the area, and the grand opening was well received by the city, and I think it was nice. It was something really really nice that they did.
All right, so I got to tell you, Jonathan, my brand is all about uplifting the community and supporting the youth. I really like that. I heard you are a big supporter of the Kronk Youth Program. The Emanuel Steward Champions of Tomorrow Youth Development Program has been very successful and it's free. You had a chance to talk to some of the kids from the program. Tell me what was it like talking to some of the kids in the ESCOT program?
I mean, for the most part, these kids seem very excited about being a part of some of the legacy of that particular program. And from what I see, they seem to be really grateful. And well, my hope is that the longer they're in the program, the more they can learn about the reason the program exists. I'm a history buff, so anything I do, I want to know the history behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think it gives you less excuses to come up with when you know the history behind something. Like, if I was tired of catching the bus, I ain't want to catch the bus no more. And I can't do this because I don't want to catch the bus no more. And then the history, look at the history behind someone black catching the bus. You know what I'm saying? At one point, you couldn't. And then if you could, you only could sit on the back. And you still had to pay the same fee everybody else paid. There's certain places you couldn't sit. You know what I'm saying? So going forward, the longer they stay into it, the more of the history they learn about it. And I think by the time they're done with the program, I think that will be something that will fully equip them to deal with whatever endeavor they come through in life.
All right, well, I want to say thank you so much, Jonathan. Slayers and Slayers, you heard it here first. Understand this is about family, it's about love, it's about uplifting the community. Once again, it's about legacy, it's about history, and it's about Detroit, okay? Remember that. We have to honor and respect, Detroit and those who came before us. Now, remember, I'm doing this for the love of the game. It's the Queen Micah K, and this is Afternoon Sports Slay.